welcome back to another area of depression. Remember, we've got 12 total. I don't, However, this one is on sleep, basic care routines. And this one is all about why basic care feels impossible in depression, naming the barriers without shame. So, it's really hard sometimes to even be able to do basic things for ourselves, and we get really down on ourselves. And that doesn't help anything at all. If we shame ourselves, if we call ourselves names, it isn't going to help us to increase positivity or increase healthy behaviors. So let's start learning about why this happens. So let's be honest. When you're struggling with depression, even the most basic care routines, eating, sleeping, moving, can feel impossible. It's not that you don't care, it's not that you're lazy, it's that your brain and body are carrying a heavy load, and what looks simple from the outside can feel like climbing a mountain from the inside. And in this episode, we're going to unpack why basics feel so hard and why that doesn't mean that you're failing. So let's get started. Depression and energy depletion. Depression drains your physical and mental energy. Tasks like cooking, showering, or even brushing your teeth can feel overwhelming. Executive dysfunction plays a role. The brain struggles to initiate tasks, organize steps, or keep focus. So it's not about willpower, it's about capacity. And there's many things that you can do to kind of help with this. So if we're really, really depressed and have zero energy or extremely low energy, do things like get your groceries delivered to your house, get paper plates, plastic spoons, paper bowls, cups, so that you don't have to do dishes. You just have to throw them away. And the energy is, though, you would have to probably have more garbage in the end, and maybe meal prep, or if you have enough finances, purchase one of the many meal prep services that are out there till you can gain enough energy to do even the basic things for yourself. So where do we go next now that we have talked about depression and energy depletion? Well, what about the guilt cycle that we go through? So often when basics get neglected, guilt sets in. I should have eaten by now. Why can't I just get up and do it? This guilt makes the next attempt even harder. Not only facing the task at this point, but now you've actually attached shame to it, so we've got that too. Depression turns self-care into a battle against both the task and the inner critic. So here's a gentle reminder. Needing help with basics is not weakness, it's a symptom. And that's the symptom of our depression. And we really cannot let other people's views or what we think are their views impede into our own thought process, especially if we have a negative thought process. We don't need to assume what others are thinking about us or feel even more guilty because other people in our lives can do basic tasks. That's where the gentleness of loving ourselves does come into play. So here, the next step is, why does awareness matter? Well, naming the barriers takes away the shame for us. Understanding the basics are hard because of depression helps you approach them differently. And instead of pushing harder, you can shift to smaller, kinder steps, like micro movements, easy foods, or rest cues. So here's an anchor thought for you. I'm not failing at life. I'm adjusting to what my brain and my body need right now. Here we are at the end, so let's wrap up and recap. So, a foundation for this series. This series isn't about forcing perfect routines, it's about noticing how sleep, food, and movement affect your mood and finding ways to support yourself gently. Next time, we'll look at sleep and mood, why depression disrupts rest, and how you can start creating rhythms that bring a sense of stability even on hard days. So here's the comment section. Comment anything on this video with basic care routines, your sleep, nutrition, and movement. Anything else you have with depression or any other heavy emotion that you're going through right now. Really anything in your life that you help with, and maybe just some support. Maybe you want to comment on how you were here at one point and now you're not, so you actually have some insight for somebody else. And if you're having a hard time knowing what to comment on, here is a question for you. Do you go through the guilt cycle yourself? How often do you do that, and how does it play a role in your life? So remember, struggling with basics doesn't mean you're broken, it means you're human and you're in pain, and that deserves compassion, not criticism. So if this video resonated with you today, take a breath before you go. Let what you heard settle in. And you're not alone on this journey, and you do not have to do it all at once. So if you're feeling it, like this video so more people can find it. Subscribe for new content every week and every day. And here we take tiny steps, we do real talk, and we have honest healing. So if you made it this far, you get to hear about the journals and the children's book I created. So there's an anxiety journal on self-love, discovery, and discipline, and a beach-themed journal. And these journals are all about helping you increase healthy behaviors and hopefully decrease unhealthy behaviors. And they go hand in hand with all these videos. And then the children's book is on your child learning about bravery, courage, and their spark. And with that, there's of course worksheets at the end for them to fill out. They may need your help with it, but here they can learn about what is their own courage, what is their own bravery, and what is their own spark, so that when they go through hard times, they know that they have what they need inside of them to push through that and to really work on that. There'll be more journals and more children's books to come. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a nice day.